So I made these last year out of these wooden frame blanks, and all I did was I painted them and put a little painted design, and then I painted a design for the inside, and then you just put it on in, and it comes with this little cover to cover your art, to protect it while it's on the tree in case you have a real tree, you don't want to get sap on it. So that's the ornaments I made last year, the painted ones, and I just made different little designs. Let's see, to go in there. I have to hold them up like that so they're not too shiny. So from this idea, I have all of these little frames that I got from Hobby Lobby. They're just little thin wooden frames. I thought I would do sort of a version of what we did last year. So the first thing I did, I have some gold, just acrylic paint. This is gold, splendid gold metallic and worn penny, and I'm gonna paint these frames with this metallic gold craft paint. And you see it's inexpensive. It was only $1.79. So I mean, it's not expensive and it lasts a long time. So that's what we're gonna do first, is we're just gonna paint some frames. I'm gonna do this one in a darker color. And then once we get it all covered, we're gonna let it dry, and we're gonna paint this one in the gold color. So this is a good way for you to use up like scrap pieces of watercolor paper. Now that my frame has dried, I think I'm gonna do it this way so I can get more out of this. I'm just gonna put it on my watercolor paper, and this is a 140-pound cold press. And I'm just going to draw the outline so that I'll know what size that I need to paint my painting so I don't get it too big. And yeah, that's what we're going to do there. Let me come in some. And on this one, I think I'm going to do a nativity scene, like a stained glass nativity scene. I drew this one and I did not realize that I was off camera. So I'm going to do it again so that you can see. So the first thing we're going to do is take our frame so that we'll know how big our painting should be. And then I am going to just do a light sort of cross here. That's not right in the middle. Let's go over just a little bit. That's better. Just doing a cross here. This is just for some structure and just for a guide for me. And then I am going to do a star. Come out just a little bit more, and then do some points. There, so now we have our star, and I am going to rub this out just a little bit. It's so dark. I'm just using it as a guide anyway. And then we're going to put Joseph here. Well, let's do the baby first. We're going to put the baby here, baby Jesus. And we're going to wrap him in some swaddling clothes. That's coming down too far. Let's push him up just a little bit. Give him a halo around his head. And we're going to wrap him in these swaddling clothes. put some hay, because he is in a manger. And we're going to do the hay sort of chunky. So he's in his little manger, and we're going to put Joseph over here. And let's give him a beard. Give him a headband to hold his hat on. Not hat. I don't know what it's called. And then we'll put Mary here. The shape of that. Now remember, we're doing stained glass, so we don't have to do a lot of detail. I think I'm going to make her face just a little tiny bit bigger. I'm just going to put a band going down her veil, her headdress. Alright, so now we'll just there we go. And I am going to rub some of this out. So we are just going to paint in. Let me rub these both out. They're a little strong. I'm going to do the star first, and I'm going to do it with this nice bright yellow. I am using my Gallo. My A Gallo Made in Italy watercolor set. I just love this set for Christmas stuff because it's just so rich and beautiful. So I'm going to do the star. And this nice bright yellow. Let's go down a little bit closer so you can see a little bit better. Then I'm going to take the darker yellow here. I'm just going That's not what I want to do. Let me pick that up. Put a little bit more yellow back in there. I'm going to get this darker. I'm just going to go around the edge here and there while it's still wet. And I'm going to mix up a color for their faces. So I've got some yellow here. I'm going to come in with this red. And that makes a nice sort of orange. But we want more of a face color. So I am going to add just a teeny bit of blue in there. There, that's more of a sort of a face. It's a little yellow. Let's put a little bit of pink in there. Just a little bit more pink. Yeah, that's better. Now we have a nice skin tone. So we're going to do their faces. And I'm going to wet it a little bit, wet their faces a little bit first. And the baby, we can't forget baby Jesus. Now let's do some of the, we're going to take this same sort of flesh color and we're going to add a little bit of this darker orange to it. And we're going to start painting in the hay. I'm also going to take a little bit of it and give his little face a little shadow. And I decided I'm just going to give his whole face a shadow. I didn't like what I did. And just put a shadow on Mary and Joseph's face. Let's do Mary first because I know I'm going to do her blue. I'm just getting a little bit of this blue out and I'm watering it down. And to her veil. So let's do Joseph Green. So I'm just gonna take some yellow and mix it with those blue. I'm just gonna outline his clothes where we want them to be green. I'm just gonna clean my brush and take clean water and just pull that toward the center. And that just blends that edge and softens it up some. And I want to do another blue line here. Oops. And then I'm just going to take some clean water and fill that in. Just pull that in. There. Let's do some more on him, but I want that to be a darker green. So let's take some of this blue, a little bit of this yellow to make sort of a little bit less striking green. It's not as bright. And let's start doing his clothes underneath. So we're just tracing that around. And take some clean water and pull that to the edges. And then we'll do the same thing here. Pull that to the edges with some clean water. Just blend that. And then with a little bit of a lighter, just a little bit more yellow in there, I think we're going to do this part of his cloak. Just blend it to the center. I'm just lifting up some of that excess water in there and drying my brush off. I'm going to do this part too the same way. The baby Jesus, I am going to make his clothes are white. His swaddling clothes are white, but we are going to do just like a little bit of a blue around it. And then just take clean water and go toward the center. And his halo. He's got to have his little halo. We're going to do that in this nice lemony yellow. And maybe take just a little bit of this darker yellow and just go right around his face with it. And I'm going to take some of this lighter yellow onto the hay in between those little pieces. Now I need to do a nice dark band around Joseph's head. So we're just doing the color on each end and then just taking clean water and blending it. Now we need to do a little bit of a beard color, some hair. So we're just going to mix this green and red and that little tiny bit of yellow, and that will give us a nice hair color, a nice brown hair color. So just painting around the edges. Clean water to blend it out. Same with his beard. Just gonna go around the edges. And then blend it out. There. Now I'm going to do the background in some oranges, I think. Let me clean off my palette here. So let's see. Let's go with this. And this nice warm red. I don't know, that might be a little bit too bright. Let me think about this. Is that what I really want to do? Let me try a, let's put some blue in that orange. Knock it back some. Does that look any better? I know what I'm gonna do. I am going to go around the star with the darker yellow. So I am going in there with pretty concentrated and outlining those paints. And then coming in with clean water and pulling that to the center. Let's see, let's do, I think I need to draw some more lines here. Erase these center lines. Let's see. Let's add a little bit more yellow to that. A bit more yellows, brighter yellows in there. Now we're going to let that dry. We're going to let it dry completely. Now that it's all dry, I'm just going to take a black fine liner. Preferably one that works. This one's not working. Let's see. Let's see if this one's working. Yeah, this one's working. And then just outline my stained glass. then once you get it all outlined, take some scissors and you are going to cut it just a little bit outside of the line because you want to have something to glue it onto your frame with. And then you'll want to center it and glue it on there. So now I'm just going to put some regular glue around the edge. And you can put maybe a spot of hot glue just to temporarily hold it till that glue dries. And then you are going to do your best to center that. And let it dry. You might want to put something on top of it, something heavy. We have our nativity scene, which is dry. Let's move this over here. Now remember, I want him to hang like that on the tree. So I've already cut some ribbon. For my nativity, a nice gorgeous red ribbon. I'm going to poke it through with a skewer. I'll poke it through that hole. You can use a crochet needle or whatever you have. I'm just going to use a skewer because that's what I have. Oh, let's poke it a little bit more. Poke it, poke it, poke it. And pull that through. And then pull this through the loop. So now you have a nice little hanger. Turn these around so that you can see the beautiful velvet, and you have a nice little ornament. So pretty.
If you'd like to learn how to paint the snowman, then you might consider joining my Patreon at the $5 level. This is my monthly exclusive video that I do only for my Patreons at the $5 and up level, and they will get the supply sheet, the video tutorial, and of course an outline drawing if they're not confident in their drawing skills. So it's just something you might consider. You might want to check it out, and I would love to have you in our patron family. All right, thank you for watching, and y'all have a very Merry Christmas.